about ready to get started. And oh boy, I will speak up so that everybody can hear pretty well, and we will maybe even increase the volume just a little bit. It sounds like we need a little bit more volume, and it is great to see everybody. And good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Well, you know what? We have been looking forward to this day for a long time, and we are excited. My name is Jed Morrison, and I think I know many of our graduates, just about all of our graduates, but some of our guests I haven't had the pleasure of meeting, so it's nice to see everybody here. And I have the honor, thanks to Christine, of being your Master of Ceremonies for this morning. And this is our Project S.T.I.R graduation. In fact, this is our very first Project S.T.I.R graduation, and I think all of you know, Project S.T.I.R stands for Steps Toward Responsibility and Independence. Independence and responsibility, doesn't it? You all know that probably better than I do. We have a couple of people here who are going to talk a little bit about that, but it's a wonderful program. We have some very special people here that have joined us to celebrate this particular day, and some of those people have had a lot to do with getting Project S.T.I.R started in Ohio, and I'd like to introduce a few of those people. One is a person by the name of Lou Hurst, and he's a superintendent in another county. He's not as good as Franklin County. But Lou Hurst is the person that really got Project S.T.I.R started in Ohio. It's a program from North Carolina, and he brought that. And so, Lou, if you could stand up and be recognized, we really are honored to have you here and join us. Lou is also the president of what's called the Ohio Self-Determination Association, and you'll hear a little bit from one of the board members of that organization today as well. Another person who is here is also very supportive, has been very helpful with getting lots of things going in our state through an organization called PAR. PAR is a big organization. It does a lot of support for people who are working in the field and lots of help in other ways. And his name is Steve Oster. He's also from another two counties. And someone who has been working on Project S.T.I.R since the very beginning, who is now the superintendent in Shelby and Champaign counties, is also here. So we've got lots of other counties here looking at what you're all doing. And she has been a great supporter, also used to chair our particular regional committee. Her name is Laura Zurich, and she's another superintendent. And then the president of all of the superintendents in all of Ohio. You know what? He came here today too, and he's a superintendent in Ross County, but he's also the president of all of our superintendents. His name is Rick Marriott, and he's here too. Lots of special guests. There are some other people that I want to acknowledge. Gene Stuntz, who has been here working with a lot of you with OSDA and helping with our local OSDA, is here. Jackie Teeny Miller is here. Jackie is professor over at Columbus State Community College, and Jackie has, I think, been an instructor for many of you people who have been in that program at Columbus State, so we're happy to have her there. We have some of our board members who are here, and we're very honored. We have a great board, and they do wonderful things in supporting lots and lots of people. And one of our board members is sitting in the back by the name of Linda Craig. Linda, if you could stand up. She has been to our OSDA meeting. She has always been there to support everything that everybody is doing. Another board member who is here, who is the president of our board, the person who's in charge of our board. He's like my boss, so I have to behave today.
You behave, it'll be a miracle.
Yeah, thank you for that vote of confidence. So his name is Dean Fidel, and he's right here, Mr. Fidel. Now, say there's some other people, and I know there's lots of people to recognize, but it's a very important day to do that, who have been very supportive. And I'm thinking about a lot of the staff who work in our adult services program, all of our workshop directors, all of them are here. Clarice Pavlik, Clarice, if you could stand up, and Jan Montgomery is here. Is here, and Burns is here. I'm not sure where they're all sitting, but they have all their stand right there. Right? And our newest director of our new director of adult services, Teresa Cobelt, is here. So it's a great day to celebrate. Lots and lots of people, and we appreciate it. I also want to sort of give you a fair warning. There's somebody here from the Columbus Dispatch by the name of Rita Price, who may be, you better watch what you say. I have to be careful. So we are very honored, though, to have people here to celebrate and recognize this very significant and important day. And I sincerely want to thank all of you for the efforts that you've made, and I thank you. Also, I just quickly want to introduce Marcy Salmon, who's our director of all of our program operations, who is sitting back here and has done a great job. Marcy. The other thing I want to mention again is that we're actually filming this, and this particular graduation ceremony is going to be on YouTube. Do any of you know what YouTube is? Yeah, it's going to be on YouTube, and we thank Adam Herman, who's with our Ohio Association of County Boards, who has joined us today to help make sure that we get this recorded for our good memories, okay? So thank you. There's one person that couldn't be here that I really wish could have, because he has been worked very hard and done some very special things. And one of the things that he did, and I see a lot of you are wearing the Project S.T.I.R shirts. Well, you see that logo that was made there? That was done by Travis Bear, and Travis is at ARC Industries West. But he also is at the Columbus State Community College curriculum right now. He's got classes today, and he couldn't miss his classes. So I was able to see Travis yesterday, and we recognized him then. But if he were here, I would want everybody to clap for him, because he did a great job. I'm also very glad to see Carolyn Knight, who is the head of an important organization in Ohio called the Ohio Developmental Disabilities Organization, and she's done a lot of wonderful things for us in Ohio. So Carolyn, if you could be recognized, or stand and be recognized. Now let's get on to the program, all right? Let's just get on to the important business of recognizing our graduates. And to start, I would like to introduce a person who has worked tirelessly. She has worked very hard to make this day possible. She is very active with our Ohio Self-Determination Association, and specifically with our Central Ohio Self-Determination Association. She has been very active on our what we call our Self-Advocate Advisory Council. In fact, she's one of the charter members of that, one of the first members. She has worked very hard to invite all of you, to invite lots of special guests. In fact, any minute, I think that probably President Obama is going to be and she's worked very closely with the person who has really helped to support this event more than you can possibly imagine, who has helped with our certificates and helped with the cake and helped with setting everything up. Christine has worked very closely with Linda Fleming, who is standing in the back. And I want you to turn around and see Linda, because she's the person that really made it. It is a pleasure to introduce the person that was our leader and related to this whole event, Christine Brown.
This is what I've been dreaming of since I moved here to Franklin County. I have worked tirelessly trying to see Franklin County has gone the extra mile and goes from not being known to looking hot. We have had some great teamwork, and like Jed said, and I want to repeat this, the directors, Jan Montgomery, Nan Burns, Claire Pavlik, and Kurt Smith, and their staff, who they appointed to be in their subtitle, the Self-Determination Liaisons, Jamie Graham, Mike Russell, Tanya Porter, Brad Zubovich, and Tammy Rucker. They have taken the extra mile, taking individuals to the Project S.T.I.R statewide meetings, helping us with practicing our skits, taking us to practicing, and bringing them to the central region. So please give a round of applause. They have So I'm glad to see this happen, and I'll give it back, and I'll give this over to Jay.
Thank you. Thank you, Christine. And you know, when someone does something really special, sometimes that deserves a resolution, is what we call it. And you know what our board has done is they've done a nice resolution. They've asked me to do this on their behalf for Christine Brown that says, and I want to read this to you, it says, honoring Christine Brown. And it says, whereas Christine Brown is an outstanding self-advocate for Franklin County, and whereas Christine has provided leadership in developing a more active, hot, Ohio Self-Determination Association. Whereas Christine is one of the first members of the OACBVideos Self-Advocate Advisory Council. Whereas Christine has provided exceptional leadership in promoting Project S.T.I.R, steps toward independence and responsibility. And whereas Christine's efforts related to Project S.T.I.R have led to the first, and I'm going to guess this may be the largest, graduating class for 57 Project S.T.I.R graduates. Therefore, be it resolved that Christine Brown is recognized for her exemplary service, and be it further resolved that the Franklin County Board of DD congratulates and thanks Christine for her outstanding efforts to help people advocate for themselves and to live and to learn and to work in our community. And you know what? The other thing that I think we do with special sometimes is when we really recognize sometimes those of us that can stand and applaud and give a person a standing ovation. I think we should do that for Thank you very much, Kristen. Now I have the very distinct pleasure of introducing a good friend, actually somebody that I've known for some time, and he too is a real leader. He's a leader in self-advocacy. He actually worked in Lucas County, it's Toledo, Ohio. He moved to Montgomery County, and he's worked there and continues to work there and provided great leadership. He is on the board. He's on the board of the Ohio Self-Determination Association, so he's giving leadership all across the state. He's actually come to some of our superintendent meetings. He's presented to all the superintendents. He's just done some great things, and above all that, and most important, he's a great guy. He's just a really nice person, and he agreed today to give our keynote address to the graduates. So it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Ruben Garcia.
I did not say him to say that. I did not. I know I know you guys done a wonderful job here with Project S.T.I.R, but we also need to thank Lou, Jean, and the Self-Determination Board, but also we need to thank Herman. That's where we got the funding to do Project S.T.I.R for the state. So we need to thank Herman and his staff. And I also want to thank the support staff that helped Christine to put this together. I'm going to talk about the Self-Determination Board, how it's, and Lou, if I'm wrong, correct me a little bit, okay? Because I'm a new member now. I'm only just started last year, end of the year last year. But it's set up by superintendents, self-advocates, and providers. And what we do, and family members. Thank you, Christine. See, that's why me and Christine's are partners, because she keeps me in check here. You got to have a good woman beside you to keep you in check. That's what my father always told me. You have to have a good woman to keep you in check. So we're a group. We get together. We talk about normal stuff and normal life, and we try to imply self-determination in it. I remember when self-determination got in the 90s, because Lucas County was one of the project members. We were the pilot site. And when they came to me and said, we got a new concept, I said, what it is? Self-determination. I laughed at it, because I always thought, you know, you guys got this new concept every time, but nothing happens to it. Well, I was wrong, because it did happen. And I was proud to say that Lucas County was one of the pilot sites. But when Jed said I was a self-advocate, I was a self-advocate for the Lucas County Board of DD. Why? Because of self-determination. I went to my superintendent and said, I want a job. He said, you got a job. I said, I want to be a self-advocate. He says, that's what you're doing. I said, I want to get paid. He goes, we never heard about that. He said, how do we do that? Let me create the job, and let me get all the details. He said, okay, you get a team together and create it. So I created it. I was a self-advocate for 7 years, and I decided, oh, I need a change. So that's why I moved to Montgomery County. But I'm glad I did, because now I can help other counties. And me and Christine have been working together 2007. So, and now when I found out she was moving, I thought, well, maybe I should move. But I didn't want to move to Columbus, because I don't think Jeff can handle 2 advocates. Jeff thinks that Christine's tough. It's not me. And I did get a lot of offers all over the state. But I wanted to be close to Columbus, because that's where I come all the time anyway. So I moved to Montgomery County. And my superintendent said, if I knew you were going to cause this much trouble, I would have let you in. But I'm glad that we have Project S.T.I.R, because that tells me that self-advocacy is going to last forever. We need self-advocacy. You guys are the next generation for other people coming up. And I hope you guys learn a lot and help other people, because that's our job as self-advocates. But you also have to remember, you have to work together as a team. You have to work with the administration team, your direct staff, and Christine, and everybody in this room have to work together. Here's your friend Jed.
Well, thank you very much, Ruben, and words well spoken. I didn't, when you started commenting about the good woman, this is supposed to be family related. I don't know if we could handle 2, I don't know, that's a good question. But thank you very much.
I don't think you could.
Ruben's done some great work, and we really appreciate him coming today. And in fact, just so that Ruben is really on top of things, I have the honor of presenting him with his own Project S.T.I.R t-shirt. And he won it for sure. Ruben. So thank you, Ruben, very much. We really appreciate it. Now we're ready for the very important part, and that is to present our graduates with the certificates. And this certificate is to recognize your completion of the Project S.T.I.R, the whole program. And what we'd like to do is also, in addition to giving you a very nice certificate that you can take home and share with family or friends or whoever it might be, we also have a resolution from the Ohio House of Representatives. And that's very special too. And this is from one of our state representatives who's a very nice person and very supportive. It's a person by the name of Representative Michael Stinziano. And it talks about the great work and this memorable occasion of being recognized with graduation from Project S.T.I.R. So what we would like to do is we will have each group from each of the workshops come up one at a time, and President Fidel, Dean Fidel, will present the certificates, and Christine will present the actual, or the President will present the resolutions, and Christine will present the actual certificates as we read off your names, okay? So what we'd first like is for everybody from ARC Industries North to come on up to this area right here and stand there, and we will present the certificates and resolutions.
Do you want me to move?
I'll read off the names. Christine will be here to take the certificate. So our first certificate and graduate that we would like to recognize, if everybody could turn and face the audience, or that would be wonderful. And our first certificate and resolution goes to Brooke Belding. Brooke Belding. Well, just stand there, Brooke, and then when we get everybody, we'll maybe get a picture of all the group. That'd be great. Next is James Dingus. Our next, congratulations. Nice job, James. We can just stand next to Brooke. And our next goes to Sean Gibbs. And if we could actually move even down a little further so that we could get your pictures as we're recognizing. Our next goes to Joel Hobart. Joel? Okay, and our next goes to Kyle Jarvis. Graduate is Randy Jarrett. Well done. Good job, Randy. Our next is to Chad Matrix.
Christine, I always forget your name. I always forget people's name.
Our next, good job, Chad. And our next goes to Natasha Master. Our next graduate is Samantha Perry. Next graduate is Jeff Herman. And it's an honor to recognize Jennifer Stanton. And our next graduate, this person I taught when she was a young girl, by the name of Mary Starr. And our next graduate is Victor Stortz. All right. And our last graduate, another good friend, a guy by the name of Art Williams. I would say this group from ARC Industries North is pretty awesome. Congratulations. People from ARC Industries North can go and return to their seats. Then we will ask people from ARC Industries East to come up, if we could. So let's let the folks from North have their seats. And while they're sitting down, there are a couple other people that I wanted to recognize that are here who are pretty special people that helped to make all of this possible. Two additional board members for our board, Mr. John Bickley, who is back here, who is sitting in the, or now standing, and Beth Savage, another one of our board members in the back here. So let's give them a nice round of applause. Thank you for coming. Now this group from ARC Industries East is pretty special too, I'd say. Very special, and it's great to recognize some very, very good folks. And after we recognize, if you could come and stand over here, and let me make. You want me to stand up? Okay. Yeah. Our first graduate from ARC Industries East is Ethan Boehner. Ethan? Next is James Creighton. All right, James. Our next graduate is Jordan Denon. Jordan's also a graduate of Columbus State's certificate program and does great work for us at ARC Industries. Our next graduate is Mark Evans. Good job. Our next graduate is Ashley Hughes. Okay, Ashley, nice job. And our next graduate is Sarah Largan. Okay, and our next graduate is Shanita McNeil. Congratulations. And next graduate is Francis Spalding. And our final graduate from ARC Industries East, who also happens to sit on an advisory committee that I happen to have the pleasure of sitting on at Nysonger Center. Her name is Lisa Tillman. This ARC Industries East group is pretty special. Congratulations to ARC Industries East. Now if the folks from ARC Industries East could have a seat, and now we have a very big group coming up from ARC Industries South. If the folks from South could come up, and I know it's going to be a little bit, it's a pretty big group, a little bit more crowded with this group. It's a great group. Wow. I think the ARC Industries South group has the distinction of being the biggest group of all. Nice job. Okay, do we have the folks from Frank? Okay, now we have the folks from ARC Industries South. This is a great group. And our first graduate is Jonathan Kyle Allen. Congratulations. Jonathan, if you could come on over here, that would be great. Congratulations. The next graduate is John Anspaugh. Our next graduate, who's also a graduate of Columbus State's program, Mike Barrows. Mike. Next graduate is Woody Blackburn. Next we have graduate Vanessa Coleman. Next is Kyle Fleshman. Kyle, next graduate. Congratulations. Our next graduate is David Frizzell. David. Next is Joy Hale. Joy Hale. Next is Victor Jones. Victor Jones. Congratulations. Our next graduate is Robin Cow. Robin. And our next graduate is Jason Miller. Congratulations, Jason. Next we have Eugene Morgan. Congratulations, Eugene. Next graduate is John Robinson. John is not here today. Okay, we'll be sure to give his certificate. And our next graduate is Maria Rothenberg. Our next graduate is John Smith.
That's the man.
Good job. And I know that our next graduate couldn't be here, Marcy Straughter, so we'll be sure to get her certificate. Next graduate is Elizabeth Thacker. Our next graduate, congratulations, is Ashley Okersky. Ashley? She's not here. Okay. And our next graduate would be Ernie Turner. Well done. Our next graduate is Nicole Vance. Our next graduate is Jenny Warner, who is not here today. Our next graduate is Natasha Waters. Jesse Wright couldn't be here, so this is our graduating class from Arc Industries South. Our graduating Now, if the folks from Arc Industries South could go and have a seat, we will have our last group up.
Oh, I can't go back that way.
These will be the graduates from Arc Industries West. Congratulations. That was a big group. Congratulations. We could have the folks from Arc Industries West come on up over here. That would be great. Okay. Congratulations to the South group, and these are folks from Arc Industries West. And our first graduate from Arc Industries West is Ebony Backus. Now, I know that Travis, as I said before, couldn't be here, so we will put Travis's certificate for him and save that. And our next graduate from Arc Industries West is Joshua Dawes. Joshua. next graduate is a pretty special guy by the name of Mike Flynn. Hudson couldn't be here today, so
I really thank you all for being here, and also my blessed provider. Even though my name is Michael Patrick Flynn, John Boy Walton, as you know, the Waltons. But the one and only, I really, really love from all of my heart. Roses are red and violets are blue. Sugar is sweeter than my mom over there in Phil.
Thank you, Michael. That's great. Thank you very much. Our next graduate is Mark Newby. Mark is one of the can-do players from our industry, if I recall. Congratulations. Our next graduate is Shonda Oswald. Congratulations. Our final graduate from Dark Industries West is Hedrick Smith. Here and Mary could not be, so we'll be sure to get their certificates to them as well. Thank you. Well, first of all, let's congratulate the folks from our industry. If you could all have a seat now, that would be great, and we'll open our ceremony. Congratulations. This actually concludes our formal ceremony, and I just again want to congratulate everybody for working so hard to advocate for yourselves in positive ways, and that's what Project S.T.I.R is all about. We thank all of our special guests who have provided the leadership that we've been able to take advantage of here in Franklin County. We have the biggest cake I've ever seen right out here in the hall, and I'd love to be, I did not make it. I'd like to do two things, is if we could have all of the Project S.T.I.R graduates for one big group picture, we would like to do that, and then let our guests maybe get a piece of cake before we get a piece of cake, okay? So we'll have the Project S.T.I.R graduates come up here, we'll all stand and get a big group picture if we could, and Mike, I'm assuming that you would prefer that we do that right over here maybe, or in this area. And then our guests are welcome to have a piece of cake and some punch, and then our Project S.T.I.R graduates will be able to enjoy. Thank you all for coming, and congratulations.